everyone, it's me again, Nana, aka No Brainer, and welcome to another Star Wars Destiny episode. This time, I'm going to be looking at the Qui-gon Finn deck. Now, this deck is something I built back when I was still building Qui-gon Rebel Trooper, but I felt like I just liked Qui-gon Trooper more, so that's why I showcased first, and then we had all the tournaments and things, but now I've always still been wanting to try this Qui-Gon Finn deck. Now, some people have been talking about it. I think that the biggest problem is going to be with it that I've tried Luke Luke Padme, and I can't necessarily see two Luke die being. I can't see just a double Luke die with the potential to focus on the Padme being worse than a single Finn die and the double Qui-Gon die. Like the biggest problem here is that you still only get 3 dice because Finn is an expensive character, but who knows? In Spirit of Rebellion, we might end up getting, a character who's 13 cost as a yellow. So it's worth trying out, right? And also, I haven't tried out a Qui-Gon deck that, is all about tankiness. I've tried out Rebel Trooper, of course, but that's ramping to get launch bay. I've not tried one that's just trying to be tanky, using a lot of events, just trying to be defensive. So clearly, the biggest reason why you'd run Qui-Gon Finn is because of Finn's ability. You can attach any weapon to this character, ignoring play restrictions, and there's only one weapon that has a play restriction, um, which is blue character only, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Now, I don't run this in Luke's decks because I feel that the damage it deals, the actual straight up damage, is not nearly is only as good as a lightsaber. Really, you're getting a +3 melee instead of a +2, but generally it's more expensive because of the lack of redeploy, right? You can redeploy from Luke to the Akbar and regain some resources that way, but you can't do that with a Luke's lightsaber. But Luke's lightsaber's advantage is that it gives shields. The special can give 2 shields. Just the shield side does 2 shields rather than one, and that's where the Luke's lightsaber shines over the regular lightsaber, I feel, and that works much better in a Qui-Gon deck. Ironically, it's much better in a Qui-Gon deck than a Luke deck because of those shields. Qui-Gon loves to have shields because, of course, as he gets shields, he can trade some of those shields in for damage, which allows him to be very defensive and offensive at the same time. So I started with that, clearly, and then I just put in all the upgrades that I think are good here. I brought in these 4. So Force Training is an incredibly good upgrade. I've been tempted to I've been tempted to say it's not quite as powerful as it is in, of course, a Luke Akbar deck because the one focus is where Force Training is incredibly good with. But in this deck, you still can do a lot. Like the special, because you can deal 1 damage and gain a shield, you can effectively deal 2 damage because of Qui-Gon, and Force Throw because, of course, it's the best upgrade in existence, pretty much. And then I stuck in Heavy Blast Pistol and Jetpack. Now, you might be surprised by those choices. There isn't a lot of range damage in these decks. Finn has 2 sets of range damage, right? But generally speaking, it's going to be difficult to get the Jetpack damage off because once you control Finn's dice, there's very little that can actually do that. But Jetpack is, strangely enough, just a better survival gear in many ways. And survival gear is the 2-cost red upgrade that allows you to survive because it has 2 sets of shield sides. Well, Jetpack also has 2 shield sides, a 2 shield and a 1 shield, which is his special. So in that respect, Jetpack is just straight up a better survival gear for surviving. Survival gear's other strength, of course, is that it's got melee sides and focus sides, which Jetpack doesn't. But, it's a very defensive potential card for Jetpack, and you never know. You could potentially just roll out some serious damage with that. So I'm putting this in as some experiment. Remember, this deck is about experimenting, not about doing good. If you're going to try and take this deck to win, good luck with that. It's probably not going to do very well. We'll see. The Heavy Blaster Pistol as well, I took. It was a bit harder to think about this one, but simply put, I didn't want to put one with a force in. It's a 4-cost card. I'm not going to be running Imperial Armory. I'm not running It Binds All Things. So I put this card in. It's got Ambush. It's got the remove of one of their opponent's dice. It's got 2 sets of 3 damage sides, so it's probably decent as a damage dealer. That's basically the reason why I took it in there. And it's something that can, activate the Jetpack. It can activate the jetpack, along with force train. Force train does have a damage side, so it can activate the jetpack. So can force throw. And then I also put in Jedi robes because this deck is going to be quite expensive, as we see. Not expensive in terms of upgrades. I don't necessarily like to put in data pads and Jedi robes and stuff like that into my decks when their upgrades are expensive because I can use the Imperial Armory and it buys all things to reduce the cost of that. But this is going to be expensive in terms of events. I'm going to generally want 3 resources per turn in a lot of my in a lot of my turns here, so that's why I put Jedi robes in there, and also gives a shield. It's a Qui-Gon thing. Also included is hunkered down. This section here, I took with the idea of dice removal. I just put in the good dice removal. I put in deflect, which of course you're going to want a 2 of pretty much any time you're going to run these decks, these force decks. You're going to want a 2 of this because ranged is everywhere. Negotiate because well the character dice isn't great. It can do something. It can do something. Probably is one of the ones that I would cut potentially. And then Electroshock because that's just a great card. Just a great card, just Electroshock, just boom, remove a special side. And then I put Hunker Down in here. Hunker Down, as I've talked about before, if you put it at the end of turn and the start of the next turn, that's effectively 2 shields, 2 first aid medic. That's effectively 2 shields. That's effectively a first aid medic for 0. It costs you 2 actions though, but it's a first aid medic for 0. And this deck is kind of quick, so you can probably afford to do that and still take the battlefield in most situations. And, it could also just be used to put on Qui-Gon as an exhaust this upgrade, do 1 damage. It can be a backup muscle for 0, right? That's not terrible. But then we get some more events. This is already quite event heavy, as you can see. These 3 are all 1 costs, and my upgrades aren't cheap, right? One of the biggest problems with Hero Blue is the fact that they don't have cheap blue upgrades. Otherwise, I'd love to just put Power of the Force in this deck. I'd replace these jetpacks and blaster pistols. I'd put the 2 cheap blue cards in here, and I'd get some Power of the Forces going, and this would be really much stronger. But unfortunately, I do not have access to that. But I do have access to Riposte, Willpower, and Defensive Sense. Defensive Stance and Willpower, very good defensive cards, very good at keeping yourself alive. And then Riposte to use up those excess shields, because if you're running a lot of two shield dice cards, you're eventually going to hit the point where you've got a lot of shields, and you just need to do that 3 damage out there, and Riposte is 0 cost. Then I stuck in Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi allows me to return some blue events to my hand, and once you've got Deflect, Defensive Stance, Willpower, and Riposte all in your deck, and you think all of them are going to be great in your deck, you might as well put Return of the Jedi in here, right? Return of the Jedi and Deflect both only cost 1, so you can do that with just your normal resources that you get per turn to just get another Deflect in there. You can do it to get another Defensive Stance, another Willpower, another Riposte, right? Now, I could potentially be needing to do this for Riposte quite a bit. I might end up being quite shield flooded and need this to do some significant damage, especially in case of some potentially later aggressive decks like a Bala deck, Bala Django Trooper deck maybe. They like to really ramp up their damage later on, so I want to do some damage to them at a specific point to just blow up all the upgrades that they've got on a character. That could be very useful there to get Riposte, Return of Jedi Riposte or something like that. And then I couldn't decide whether I wanted to Anticipate or Patience. Anticipate can be a huge blowout card, but it costs 2. That's one of its biggest problems. Patience, on the other hand, this doesn't look like a Patience deck, but I feel like Patience is going to be one of those cards that you just stick into a deck just to have a different win condition, right? There'll be times where this deck just might not be able to win through damage, so I throw in Patience, and that really sets my opponent on a serious timer, because suddenly they've gone from, oh, I have 2 turns worth of like 5 rerolls to, oh god, I've got problems once you like Patience for like 3 or 4. Because if you get Qui-Gon Finn and you got 3 shields on each, and your opponent doesn't roll damage, you can go Anticipate Patience. Boom. That's a lot of damage going out there. Well, not damage, but that's a lot of your opponent can't do anything, and now they've lost all the deck, and that would be very serious. But I couldn't decide between the 2, so I just put one of them both, one each in, and Return of the Jedi, because I can effectively pretend I have 3 of these potentially. Like, I'm not going to be able to draw Patience every game, not going to be able to draw Anticipate every game, but when I do the draw, I can Return of the Jedi them. One of the biggest worries of putting Patience in a deck is that you get 2 sets of Patience, right? You draw both Patiences. You're never going to want a Patience twice, except when you do. Sometimes you're going to want a Patience twice, and when you do, you get Return of the Jedi. But normally, you're not going to want to draw double Patience. And similarly, you don't want to draw all your Anticipates at the start of the game, because then you're just not ramping and getting those upgrades out, because you're spending all your money on using Anticipate instead. So I tended not to want to ever draw both of these, so I put but one of each of these. We'll see how it goes. Again, I'm really experimenting here. This is definitely not the sort of deck I tend to play, and I'm probably going to play it pretty poorly. But here we go. We got 12 upgrades, which is on the low side for me. We got all of these events. Hunker Down. Does Hunker Down count as an upgrade? I don't count Hunker Down as an upgrade. So, but if you count it down as an upgrade, then I've got 14, which is about what I normally have, right? I think in Luke Akbar I only have 12 though. But I've just got the good cards. And then there we go. We'll see how this goes. I just put good cards into this deck in hopes it works. I feel like this is definitely going to be weaker than Luke Akbar because Luke Akbar has access to red, it has access to dug in, it has access to defensive position, has access to a lot of stuff that this deck would like. Yellow is just a much worse of a complementary color for blue, unfortunately. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see. We'll see. And then for Battlefield, I couldn't decide. Again, I kind of wanted to put Imperial Armory in there, but I've not got that many upgrades, and Imperial Armory can definitely help with my resources problem, but I don't know. If there was a battlefield that was play an event from your hand and it costs one less, I'd play that. But I don't have access to that. So instead I'm going to take Jedi Temple, discard 2 events. My deck is quite event heavy, so it could bite me in the ass. But if I can get a good patience turn off and then know what they have in their hand, that could be huge. Right, this is my only real way of discarding from the hand. I'm not trying to win through mill, but I'm trying to just really choke them with mill. And this could work. Like, this deck is kind of fast. It's kind of good. I'm going to be wanting to pick shields up most of the time anyway for Qui-Gon's ability, but if I get the chance to Jedi Temple, I might. It is not terrible. It might come in handy, because of course, as after all, one other thing I'm really weak to, my opponent just deflecting the one range damage and I can't activate Jetpack, or something like that, right? Jedi Temple might be more effective than we think it is. So this is the deck. Let's go off into a game. All right, here we go. It took a very long time for me to get a game, actually. I'm against Honestly Sarcastic, who isn't actually in voice with me. Of course, we're using push talk, so he has no idea, well, of what I'm saying, that is. So let's get our 2 resources out, and now let's have a look. Okay, so my opponent is playing a Veers Solar Bala Solar Night Sister, which is a very interesting deck. If I can kill Veers off very quickly, though, he will die. As a result, I want to keep some stuff that does a lot of early damage, so I'll definitely keep the Force Training. Deflect maybe is a possibility, but Veers does not have.
I wasn't paying attention. Did you finish your mall?
No, I have not started my mull yet.
Okay.
Veers doesn't have a 3 damage side, so the deflect might not be perfect. I'll keep it in my hand.
But
Well, no,
figuring out who to
actually,
attack.
no. I think I'd rather just get something else for damage here. So let's shuffle here. Let's see if I can get a riposte or something for some really early damage here. I didn't. I got Jedi robes though. That's a great start. All right.
Oh, you win. God.
You never know. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's trip links.
ooh, interesting. Tabletop now has the when you're doing your selection box, it actually now highlights the things in red or blue behind it. That's nice. Tabletop has had updates. Updates, guys. All right, so which battlefield do I take here? Jedi Temple is the one I'll probably take. I'll take mine. I'll take mine. Jedi Temple is the one I'm taking here specifically because even though shields, I
One
would
on
love to
Veers,
give
one on
Qui-Gon
Chick.
shields. It's for the testing purposes, right? I could totally have
We'll
taken
roll
2
out
shields
Veers
and
as the
done
first action.
Jedi robes, the shields. So I start because I chose my battlefield.
Oh yeah, my bad. Brain fart.
Thank God for that. That +4 damage is not what I want to see at the start of the game. All right, because yeah, I'm gonna start with the Jedi robes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe I should take if I'd taken the.
Well, you paid all your stuff now.
Now you can roll that
Yeah.
ridiculous damage if you want. If I had taken, of course, a different battlefield, then I would have got that extra +1. But I want to see how Jedi Temple works. Okay, that's much more manageable. Thank you. All right, I think I can just roll out Qui-Gon here just fine. Roll out the Qui-Gon. I got a 2 melee and a 1 focus, so I could go to 4 melee and just try and really hammer home this Veers right at the start of the game. That doesn't sound too terrible.
We'll shock the 2 melee.
Okay. Alright. I'm kind of okay with that. It's alright. It's alright. I wish I had resources right now to give something so Finn could get his jetpack or force training on, whatever. Maybe I should have replaced the Jedi robes with the force training. I don't know. But that feels like a waste. I'm gonna roll out the Finn. The one shield. Okay, that is a
I'll roll
potential
up the sister.
damage. I really do wish I could get resources out of this at this point, though.
Get these blanks all out of the way right now.
Exactly. Do I want to focus to resources? I don't think I do. I think I'm okay with this. I'm gonna be getting rid of 2 cards in my hand after this, so it's not too terrible. I'm gonna focus to the 2 melee side. Doing this for more damage. I'm just gonna try and
I'll
really
flank
kill
that.
this. Yes, yep. I was hoping he'd be using all of his removal on this sort of stuff, so I'll play Hunker Down. By
Yeah,
using
that's fine.
removal, that's
Roll up
expensive.
Volatility.
He's not using one. He's not having extra cards to reroll, but 2, he's also not using his resources to actually do damage to me, so that's nice. I'll take shield on Qui-Gon, ping 1 onto Veers.
Yep.
Thing is, this is potentially a really good deck against a Bala deck because it's really hard to kill my
I'm gonna pitch a
characters.
DH Blaster. I'm gonna reroll.
See, he could have had a DH Blaster, but he didn't, so that's nice. He decided to save for the damage mitigation, which, in my opinion, is a mistake. The Blaster Pistol, I think, was needed here to just tear through my shields. I am gonna tap Hunker Down, do 1 more damage to Veers.
Yep.
Now, of course, here I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should just keep
I will
Echo Base.
logistics my resource spheres.
Okay. Now that definitely helps him a lot. Definitely helps him a lot. Did it before I was able to Jedi Temple. I'm gonna claim the temple. That's not how it works. Thank you for
Oh shit.
showing me that card, but that is not how that works. I get to look at your
Isn't that
hand
the mill one?
and discard 2 from the
Oh
hand.
snap. My bad. I didn't read that. See, I thought that was the mill one.
No.
That's how little I've seen that. Okay.
Yeah, I know. No one ever uses the Jedi Temple. That's why I'm using it to figure it out. But yeah, it's not
Yeah.
an event, so I can't get rid of it. But I
Okay.
get to know what you
That's
have.
that. Yep. Yeah. So I'll just continue over here. I'll put this jetpack on.
Yep.
Teak. I'll make you discard a card. Actually, hold on. Yeah,
Oh, my
I already
phone's
said it.
ringing.
It's fine. And then I'll deal 3 damage to Qui-Gon.
Perfectly okay with that.
And we'll go to the next turn.
Alright. So the next turn, let's go. Do I want to get rid of Return of the Jedi? Maybe I do.
I left the 2 up there even though I paid for jetpack
Bit
just because it's the
expensive.
starter turn.
Yeah. I'm going to discard a Return of the Jedi here since I don't have a graveyard. Okay, I got an Anticipate, which is nice. I got another Return of the Jedi, which is terrible, but I got Deflect, so that's not too bad either. So I could definitely be working on some deflection action here. Try and really just hurt this General Veers early. Do I want to play Jetpack over Jedi Robes? Jedi Robes is nice for the resources, but I think at this point I would like to have just the shields. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't have melee damage for me to use the Jetpack special on, but it is potential damage. Jedi Robes does lack. Is 0 resources is a thing? Yeah. I think it's better for me to do that and get those dice out on the field. Not certain. I'm gonna replace Jedi Robes with a Jetpack. I'm very. Did you know Qui-Gon has a jetpack? he just forgot to take it one day when Darth Maul killed him. If only.
Got it, man. That.
Well, he's rolling Veers. It's 2 damage. That's a bit scary. I could deflect that, which isn't too terrible of a choice, or I could just get Jetpack on Finn and go for the super roll, but I don't think I'll do that. I'll deflect that 2 damage into Veers. Well, 1 of it into Veers.
Yep.
Okay, I'm glad I deflected that because that +2. I'm gonna roll out the Qui-Gon. That dice doesn't exist. See, guys, I'm not cheating this time. Okay, the 2 melee, the 1 shield, the +2 ranged.
I'm going to shield up Veers.
Okay. I'd like to have seen some resources, but oh well. I'm gonna roll out Finn.
Yep.
The 1 shield, okay. I'm gonna convert one of those shields into 1 damage. Might just re-roll both of those. The Qui-Gon's dice has really got a decent chance of
I
getting
will
better.
shock the Qui-Gons too.
Okay. Using a lot of removal here. But at the same time, do I want to be able to use the Jedi Temple? Do I want to be able to claim that quickly enough? Maybe I don't re-roll. Maybe I do. I'm gonna tap Hunker down, get a shield.
I will deflect the 2 to hit the 1 shield on Qui-Gon.
Oh. Well, that was annoying. He's got 3 cards left in his hand. He can definitely still be doing some rerolling. His Night Sister hasn't taken any damage yet. I think I'm not okay with I don't think I'm okay with resolving these. I'm gonna discard my other jetpack and reroll these 2 die.
Yep.
A 1 melee and a 1 resource. Okay, well I'm more happy with having this resource.
I'll roll out Night Sister.
Of course, he rolls the 2 damage and the +2. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Do not have, unfortunately, the the deflect for this. Gonna take a resource. He also could. This is where Jedi Temple bites me in the ass, because if I use Return of the Jedi to get deflect back, he claims the Jedi Temple and I lose it.
I'll do 4 to Qui-Gon.
Okay. I really think I need a different battlefield than this, but we'll see. I'm gonna claim the Jedi Temple. Show me your hand.
Yep. And
Okay, I hit.
I just know that I'm losing already.
Nice. Those are good hits. Hit the deflect and the dug in. That's
Everything
really
in my
nice.
deck's good, so like, it's just kind of insane.
Keeps that, but he doesn't get to play this turn. So.
Do I go for damage?
Qui-Gon has taken
We're
quite
gonna
a
do
beating
one to
so
Night
far.
Sister to reroll.
Qui-Gon has taken a serious beating so far, so this is a bit scary.
We'll do another one to Night Sister to reroll.
Alright.
And then I'll put that shield on Night Sister.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's all, I'm like, I'll get damage or I'll get a resource. Like, resource is fine.
Now I get to go into this next turn with 4 resources, so that's nice. Keep Return of the Jedi for a potential deflect play early on. Willpower is a good start, as is Riposte defensive stance. Oh, this is a lot of really good. Okay, that's nice. Might be able to actually kill someone soon. Who knows? But I think I do start by Return of the Jedi to get the deflect back into my hand. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I do. I'm going to play Return of the Jedi to get deflect back into my hand.
Yep. I'm gonna play an F11 rifle.
Okay. I want Qui-Gon to be exhausted for willpower, so I'm going to roll Qui-Gon.
Yep.
Got the 1 resource, the 1 disrupt, and the 1 melee. That's a pretty poor roll overall.
I'll roll about. Really don't want the 3 though. Oh, I somehow rolled your die.
Yeah.
That was a disrupt on yours.
Yeah, it was a disrupt. Yes, the 2 range damage. I could anticipate and get rid of those, or I could choose not to. I don't think there's any harm in just rolling out the Finn here. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna roll out the Finn. I might need to be disguised to re-roll in here because these weren't the best of, not the best of rolls. Then again, Finn doesn't roll well. He's just here to be here.
I'll do 2 damage to Qui-Gon.
Okay. I will give Qui-Gon a shield.
Nice. Yep. I'll roll out yours.
Okay, this is looking less and less like a anticipate play, more like a I'm probably just gonna need to deflect. Yeah. I'll deflect that 2 range damage into Viz. Viz still has more dice. Still worth it.
Sister.
Oh, of course he gets the 2 range damage there. Well, I'll discard one of these, but I don't know which one I want to discard. I'm going to discard the Anticipate. I think it's going to be too expensive here. I'm not going to be able to play it even with all the modifiers on the battlefield, but it is really good against the Battleteak. With all those modifier die. I'm going to discard Willpower and re-roll my 4 dice.
Yep.
Okay, I got 2 shields. I got the +2 range damage on the jetpack. I'm really wishing I would get some of my upgrades. I've got 18 cards left in my deck. I've only gone through, I think, 3 upgrades here. 3, maybe.
Discard field might feel your anger.
Could anticipate force him to use those, but then he does still get to claim. Thing is, Riposte isn't very good when I'm not getting any shields ever. That's annoying. I'm gonna play defensive stance, gain 1 shield, do 1 to Veers.
Yep. Discard Hunker down. 2 again.
He's going for these high rolls. He got another 2 damage. See, an anticipate would have stopped this. I can do the shields for damage right now, or I can do them to give myself more shields after this. He's going to take 7. He's going to be on 7, so he's going to be down to 2 health after this, which is incredibly low. I'm going to do the 1 melee to Veers. This does not look like it's going to go very
I'll
well.
do the 4 to Qui-Gon.
Yep. I will claim both shields, get 2 shields.
Yep. I will claim battlefield.
I will lose these 2 other cards. Plus and anticipate. And that'll be my turn. Oh, now I get all of my damage. All of my damage and my negotiate and stuff as well.
I will start out with an on the hunt.
But I would have loved to have had,
Politique.
mitigation here. But oh well. And throw down a heavy blaster pistol over the jetpack. It cost me 1 resource. He doesn't get rid of his dice though as a result. So maybe not. Throw down Luke Skywalker's lightsaber instead, but the guy might just die as a result. Could just hunker down, ping him for 1, or claim a shield offer it. But I do kind of want him to have dice on me to have dice on the field to negotiate. He's gonna have 4 dice though with that Bartik. I think I just roll out Qui-Gon. I'm gonna roll out Qui-Gon.
Yep.
Okay, 2 melee isn't awful.
Well, politique.
But I'm fully expecting whatever Bartik has here will hurt. Has that +3 range side. That +3 range side hurts when he can focus. But I do have negotiate to deal with that when he does focus. If he does focus. I'm gonna do 2 to the Veers.
I will eat Qui-Gon shields.
Oh, that's what it does. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and
Fuck, I can't riposte. That was my plan to kill Veers.
yeah, just the shields.
Alright.
I don't want to eat the die. You can disrupt me if you want to disrupt me.
I'm gonna hunker down.
12 years.
Did not want this to happen. I should have. Why didn't I just negotiate right then and force the removal of these so that he'd had a very low chance of just flat out killing me at this point? Yeah, that was stupid of me.
Heroism for 1.
If I'd gone Blaster Pistol into negotiate, I could have got rid of all those 3 dice and then I would have been safe. As it is, I get rid of 3 die and he still hits me with 4 for the kill. I think I still have to negotiate though, just to mitigate my loss. But then I lose the ability to play the Blaster Pistol, right? I'm gonna play the DL44 Heavy Blast Pistol on Finn. Remove one of your die.
Yeah, I'll remove the F11D.
Do I disrupt or claim a resource? I think I claim the resource. I'll claim a resource.
Yep. We'll finish off Qui-Gon.
I could have gone for a second DL44 over the first. Yeah. I'll roll out Finn now.
Yep. I'm gonna feel your anger, both of those.
Wow. I feel so angry now.
Oh, Balatigo. Sorry.
Yeah, Baltic.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'll
ruin
do
my
Jedi
hand.
Temple.
Yeah, you get he doesn't like this, and Duggan. Yep.
Eh.
Back to hand.
This has not gone well for me, guys. Qui-Gon Finn's dice were just not good enough so far.
Wise. We just go for massive amounts of damage. This to it. Ace 2.
I would not be
Well,
surprised if we can kill Finn this turn.
I don't think I can. 10 would have to be exact, it'd be rough. I can crit.
Oh no, he's got Night Sisters, so he can do
We're
it.
gonna pitch to reroll. I know I can take a bunch of damage, but it would have to be like perfect on every die.
Alright, the correct move there was to roll Night Sister out before you did the reroll.
Why?
Because in case you wanted to reroll Night Sister's die
Oh,
as
oh
well.
yeah. You're 100% correct. I forgot about her. I thought you were saying use the ability.
No. Alright, so
It's
he
fine.
can get the
Just do a
resource. See,
3.
so he can go. He can do. Yeah, he can do 7.
Resource to gain a resource, and then pop him for 7.
Yep. I just did not manage to do damage this game.
Yeah, you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
I can't play TTS as well as I can regular. Go to the next round.
I'm gonna toss out 3 of these. Alright, well, I have an electroshock, I guess. Can't force training. I'm gonna roll Finn.
Yep. I don't have a second one, but that would be pretty.
Do I discard to reroll or do I electroshock that 2 range damage? Maybe just discard to reroll and try and kill off the Viz or something? I don't know. I'm gonna discard and reroll these 2 dice. That's not enough to
He
kill.
doesn't like this. 3. He's gonna take the risk.
I'm gonna discard force training and reroll this die. I see. I have upgrades. They just didn't quite come
They
out in the right
exist.
time.
Here's.
Alright, that 3 is enough to kill me, so I kind of need to electroshock here.
Showing.
Alright, I'll electroshock that 2 range damage. I really should be running Echo
Just for
Base though.
consistency's
That extra
sake, we'll put
health
it
would definitely
here
have
so we don't
helped. Might
randomly
have even been
somehow
able to
not
kill
kill
me
this
with
game.
Viz.
This turn.
Would definitely have been very useful here. I'm gonna claim the shield. Technically, I should have placed the DL44 here first because those were more valuable dice. But if I have one, well, one of the problems I have here is that if he does roll better, I kind of really need this upgrade so that I can potentially win here. I'm gonna willpower one on Viz.
Yep.
Yeah, Repulse.
I'll
Not
pitch the
necessarily
hunter
such a
down.
great idea if I'm
If you
never rolling
reroll.
shields. Don't have enough shields cards in my deck to potentially use it. The Echo Base would be more. Okay, that's game.
There you
That'll be
go.
game. I discard Heavy Blaster Pistol to play Heavy Blaster Pistol. Yeah! It's just really difficult. Heroes only have They don't have a good yellow character that costs very little.
They actually don't have many characters in general that cost very little.
Well, the problem is Padme kind of is taking up quite a hefty slot there.
Yeah, the 14.2 die character, terrible. I kept looking at it too. I was like, how can I play like Rainbow with the deck? And I just figured out.
Yeah, Padme is a not a very useful character. She's just a weaker Akbar generally, and Hero Red is more powerful than Hero Yellow, in my opinion.
Yes, defensive position, heal medic,
Yep.
very ridiculous cards.
Duggins, I would just
Like
love Lightside to get a Baltic level character. I mean, they do with Ray, but Hero Lightside also has really good blue characters in general.
agreed. Well, like it's really hard for them to mix match at all. Like it's insane to make like the 4 dice teams.
Hmm.
You can do all sorts of stuff with this with villain. It's insane. Like they have enough. Like the
Alright.
Veers at 14 is just like brutal. And then you've got just Django's at 16, and then it's the fact that Stormtrooper 7. I think if they had a guy that cost 7, they would have been fine. Like Rebel Trooper cost 7, then you'd be able to do like 2 Finn, 2 Rebel Troopers,
Yeah,
or something along
yeah,
those lines.
that's very
Like if
true. But at the same time, I play almost exclusively light side because that's just how it
yeah,
goes. I feel light side is just generally more consistent, so that's why I play. And
really
I don't mind the 3 die sides, but all right. So
for
I
the
tossed out
most
the
part,
electric
I'm
shot, got
anti
it back,
3 die
whatever.
sides.
Luke
Like
Skywalker lightsaber, whatever. Force training can definitely help me ramp here. I had a real
it kind of
difficulty
feels like you're starting
last game.
in normal circumstances. You're starting down like a full resource, just because like a trooper is like a DH. So that's more or less how I gauge it, but it depends on what we're talking about because clearly Luke's 2 dice are much better than most other people's 2 dice.
Yeah, although you have Vader, right? But
Well, no, I just meant in general. So like for your sides, as far as like Vader, you get to choose. There's all sorts of options for him. When you do Luke, you really don't have options for him besides like Akbar.
yeah, that's very true.
Uh,
Draw.
4, yeah.
Thing is, the Sky light side dice really good. You win.
We play on your field again. I thought that was interesting.
All right.
I just don't want to give you shields.
Yeah, I think if I'd taken your battlefield last game, it probably would have gone a lot better for me.
Yep.
All right. So how am I gonna start? It's probably
But
just
then
gonna start
I'd
with
have all
full
the
strength.
busted things in my hand still.
You what? Sorry.
Be able to reroll. I said I'd have all the busted cards in my hand and be able to reroll.
Mhm. All right. I'm gonna start with the force training. Not a Jedi robes.
um,
I didn't hard mold for it. So
a lot of beer so we can get that instant 4 action going. That's 2.
yeah,
Whatever.
it's a two. We're gonna roll out the Qui-gon. Now I really do
Yep.
like force training as a dice side. I think it is an incredibly good 2 cost. So don't let me down, force training. There we go. All right, I got that. That is beautiful.
That's pretty solid. It's like 3 random, but it's very solid.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll out the Night Sister.
The 1 disrupt. Okay, so it's a bit awkward for me
Wow.
to claim a resource with this, but I can use up the Night Sister die at least, I guess. I really do want the resource, so I'll probably claim it. Well, I'll wait to see if he changes it first. I'll roll out the Finn. I'm gonna roll out the Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Finn got a blank. But I'm kind of just really happy with my hand as it stands. So
I don't know what's harder to deal with here. 2 shields or I'm playing. He doesn't like you. I just don't know what die I'm killing
okay, I guess I should have.
because we have 2 shields and then like essentially something that pretty much does 2 shields but has the option.
Well, I can't do 2 shields with it. I can only choose one of each.
Oh, well, I just meant damage wise.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, it's like I don't think I'm really afraid of the damage currently.
So who do I
All
kill? Do
right,
I kill
we're
this
gonna
or do
eat
I kill this?
the special die
All right.
just because I don't want you to be able to get resources, and I'm eating.
You use the disrupt, which could have prevented me getting resources, to prevent me from getting resources. Okay.
Well,
I'll claim the
you have the
defeats.
option. Yeah.
I'm
But
really
like,
happy.
I'm fine with 2 damage going to shields.
I'm happy with my
I
hand.
don't want to take a damage. You
Yeah,
should.
as it is. Luke's lightsaber is not that great to have in this hand. I really wish I could get some more resources, but oh well.
I will F11D.
That's one thing that Akbar, of course, does as well, is that he has 2 sets of resources. And with Akbar, you can also run logistics if you absolutely need to, right? You have smuggling in yellow, and that's not great. I'm just going to do 1 to the Veers.
Yep. Roll this up.
Part of me feels like I should put it to Bala instead, even though he's got the redeploy to prevent his thing. Oh my. Ouch. Well then. Do I need to discard at this point of the Finn because it is scary? I've got to accelerate my plans. I think I do. I think I've got to accelerate my plans here. I'm gonna discard willpower to re-roll Finn. Resource. Alright, that's acceleration.
I'm gonna deal 6 damage to Qui-Gon.
Ow. He can claim he can get rid of all of my rest of my stuff, but I will be able to get the Luke's lightsaber out next turn as a result of this. I'm gonna claim my resource.
Alright, I'll claim the battlefield.
I lose defensive stance and electroshock.
That field's so good that like I have cards to play. Like I can play all 3 of my cards, and I'm just like, nope. It's your discard pile's so jacked up that you can't do it.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
There you go.
Just hover. You just hover over the things and press G. See how that works?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice.
And I
No, no.
pass. So, all right. There's patience. I'm not going to be playing a patient game, so I don't need that right now. Jedi robes is nice, but of course that's kind of not that great right now. I could roll out the Qui-Gon immediately, get negotiate on the field to prevent his god rolls, but of course he gets to roll first. So it'll be in reaction to what he does.
Let's see.
Negotiate also costs
Let's go
resources.
with Veers first.
Okay, that was a bit annoying. I think I do need to get the negotiate out. Prevent super god roll here. That's what I'll do. I'll roll out Qui-Gon.
Yep.
The exact same thing.
Alright, well he doesn't like you, my shield, and we're gonna take your 2 shields this time.
Okay. Do I take a resource? Take a resource, I can negotiate and Luke's lightsaber. I think I do. I will take a resource and a shield.
Play DH11.
Okay, he's gonna have a
Sorry, DH17.
lot of resources here. That's not gonna be a problem. I'm gonna play Luke Skywalker's lightsaber.
You can't on Finn.
You can on Finn because of
Oh,
Finn's
DH
ability.
Oh my god, yes, Finn's ability.
It's the only reason why you pair these 2 characters together. Literally the only reason is because Finn can use this lightsaber. That's the only synergy these 2 characters have. And the one melee side of Finn. But okay, that's gonna hurt, so I need to deal with that. Alright, I'm gonna negotiate here to remove
Yeah.
2 die.
I can have my 2 damage dice.
Yay! I'll take that over the. Oh, what the?
Oh, it fell in the deck. That was hilarious. We're gonna roll up Night Sister.
Alright.
Oh.
Don't you dare!
Do I just re-roll it?
I think you just reroll it.
Okay.
Okay, still got
that
damage.
2 was trying. It was trying.
Still got damage. Alright, I'm gonna roll out Finn. I don't have the melee side anymore to activate Luke's lightsaber on, but yeah, resource I guess.
We're gonna go do 3 damage to Qui-Gon.
Alright. Do I re-roll this lightsaber for the damage? I don't have resources, so. I'm gonna be slower at getting my stuff out, so. Also that. I'm gonna claim a resource.
Yep.
Don't know. All of my cards are
I will
dark.
logistics. My resource.
See, I can't even run that because I have Finn.
The card's broken too.
It's I don't know. I don't use it in the vast majority of my decks, honestly. I'm gonna claim the battlefield at this point.
That's fine. You get my Feel Your Anger, and the other card in my hand is this
Okay.
Go down. It's gonna get cast on Grievous. I mean Veers.
Yep.
Get me a shield.
All right. Discard Patience. Never gonna need that. I think I discard Force Throw at this point because Qui-Gon's not necessarily longer left for this world. Draw
Got
4.
all the resources. I can Crime Lord you now. I can Crime Lord you now.
I don't not draw my deflect, unfortunately, and that's what I wanted to find with this. That's a bit annoying. I can get a Force Throw out, but I think I just put down a Heavy Blast Pistol on Finn later, roll out Qui-Gon now, have potential negotiate still. That's what I do. Did Discord bug and I was talking through that? Whatever. I think Discord just bugged and it held down my push to talk key so he heard everything. Damn it. Rolling out Qui-Gon. He's not talking anymore, so now I'm worried that Discord died. Ping to the game is fine. He's still moving his mouse. Still playing. Okay. I don't know what's going on necessarily, but whatever. At this point, there's nothing to return the Jedi, right? No? No. Alright. I can either reroll or I can play like the blast pistol or something. I think I'm okay with just claiming the shield here. To be honest, I don't know why I'm not running Force Misdirection in this deck. I do have a decent amount of one range dice, damage dice on the blues, but maybe not enough. I don't know. I'm gonna claim a shield. I think he just has problems right now. Or something. That's a lot of resources though. Oh my god, this is a fully stacked biology. Wow. Wow. All blanks. All blanks. Wow. Okay. Well. Here I was gonna heavy blast pistol. I think I still will, but wow. I'm gonna heavy blast pistol. Remove one of those blanks. Now I stopped talking, so now this feels weird. So anyway, I'm just gonna act as if I'm a solo caster at this point. I have the +3 melee side, so now I'm actually doing damage potentially. One resource, the one range damage. Okay. It's gonna flank away my one melee. That's very annoying. I'm gonna be discarding to reroll at this point. Probably should have rerolled the lightsaber now that I think about it, but whoops. Okay, that was cheating. But because there's very little chance I'm getting that 1 in 6 for Finn. He is not rolling well though. This could be my lucky break. Let's discard Return of the Jedi. Let's reroll all 3 of these dice. I'll keep the range damage this time. Not getting it. I'm getting this resource again and again and again with this heavy blaster pistol, which annoys me very heavily, but it is also saying to me, hey, you still need resources, mate. Desperately, because the lightsaber and the blast pistol both require resources to fire. Now it's his turn. Alright then. Jetpack comes out. Great. It's going to get very scary very fast. I'm going to claim that resource. Then I'm going to reroll those 2 die when I get a chance once again. Okay, at this point, do I claim and just hope that the last 2 cards in his hand aren't events, or are events, so that he's fucked this turn? I'm still leaving a lot out on the field, but I think I kind of have to do that. Just hope that he's fucked as a result. He's definitely busy with something else. You should be able to hear me. I just stopped talking because talking to myself is a bit weird, but yes. Alright, so that worked. That prevented his rerolls, potentially. He can still use Night Sisters to do a lot of stuff here, but that definitely heavily reduced the amount of damage he can be doing this turn. Surprised he isn't rerolling all the blanks. But now maybe he just kills his own Night Sister after placing a jetpack. He definitely seems to be having problems, which is weird, because he's the host. Okay, you got the one shield again. The thing is, Veers has a 2 chance. Night Sister has a 2 chance, and the Night Sisters is a blank, so you might as well be rolling the Night Sister out instead of the Veers here. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, he's rerolling that. Okay, well, he got 1 range damage off of that, but Night Sister is now at 3 health. I got very lucky that they were both events. Very lucky. The power of the Jedi Temple. Okay, he's gonna do, what, 3 into this guy? Yeah. Okay, so on the one hand, Qui-Gon's nearly dead. On the other hand, I managed to do this. I managed to survive another turn, and Finn actually has upgrades at this point. Let's discard Jedi Arrows, keep them negotiate, grab the 2 resources, and hope to God I get some deflects at this point. There's not a deflect, there's an anticipate, but there's still no deflects. Wow. Okay. That's very annoying. Very annoying. Rolling out the Qui-Gon. Okay, I got a focus side and a shield. That's not great. Not great at all. Move this back a bit for him. Okay, he rolled 3 range damage. I could anticipate and force him to take that 3 damage. I could negotiate the blank to get rid of some of that damage. I really don't have anything to Return of the Jedi. I really don't. I can Return of the Jedi defensive stance to keep myself alive potentially. Focus the shields, get 3 shields after this. It's not terrible. Problem is all this rolling, he's going to have a lot of... He's going to be able to roll out the Veers, and that could definitely do a lot of damage as well. Uh, hmm. Focusing into 3 shields isn't awful, isn't god awful. Does 3 jetpack. I take 3, but he does 3. Yeah, alright. I'll go to 2 shields here. I focused it to... really? Oh shit, yeah, Qui-Gon has 11. Well, I've already made the mistake. It's fine. Well, that was a problem. That was a problem. That was a problem. Okay, so that was a mistake. I thought Qui-Gon had 12, been playing too much Luke. Way too much Luke. So now I think I just play the DL-44 and then go for it. Man, this has not gone well. Not gone well at all. Or I can be ready for an anticipate play, but no, I think I need to just go for it at this point. Come on, Finn, you have access to the best weapons on my deck. Please do damage someday. Oh my god, Finn! This is the story of Finn. He is a worthless sidekick to Qui-Gon. Finn, you... What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is this game? Discard lightsaber. Reroll. Okay, I need resources for both of those. Game. All it's doing is deflect material for him. That's useless to me. Get rid of anticipate here. Let's do some proper... I don't know why I rerolled that. That's why I rerolled that. Let me guess. Electroshock? Yep. Electroshock. Toss out Return of the Jedi. Reroll this dice, I guess. One resource. Yay. Okay, so let me have a spare turn. Finn's untapped, by the way. Baltic's supposed to be untapped, by the way, because of, yeah. Still just going reroll rather than rolling out, Baltic, okay. I don't know, maybe I'm not building this Qui-Gon Finn right, but this seems really weak. Like, really weak to me. It seems like the Finn just doesn't do anything. Okay. Now he's rolling out all his characters. All the damage is coming out. What? You killed Qui-Gon, so he gets untapped. That's how... that's the character. Alright, well, I only have like 3 minutes left of this video, so let's hope I win soon. Oh, there's a deflect. Yay, deflect. I said let's hope I win soon, wow. Alright, let's just start by rolling Finn. Oh god, this is just the story of Finn. Yep. Remove these other 2 die. Sure. Discard a hunker down, reroll these 2 dice. There's 5 damage, okay. I can kill the Night Sister with that, unless he hunkers down. And then that's me spent for the turn. I can do that. Or he just plays the redeploy on her, alright. And then does the reroll, okay. Alright, I'll still be able to kill her then. I'll resolve that to kill her. The correct move, by the way, there was just to tap hunker down. I wouldn't be able to kill you then. I've got 1 electroshock. Well, hey, maybe Finn survives long enough for another turn. And so he does. But oh, there's the backup muscle. All right. With the power of video cutting, I will like try and skip through some of the end of this. I guess I don't know. Like, I have a 1 hour limit. Right. Huh? What did he do? Is that game? No, that's game. Yeah. All right, no, never mind. No video cutting. That's game. Yep. GG, well played. Don't like this deck. To be me, Kingsley 99 AK no brainer. I probably need Echo Temple in this deck first and foremost. I guess I'll try it once more with Echo Temple. With Echo Base. Signing off.